It's kind of like we're traveling around the world right now. We're in a new location,
Yeah, we're in the
but
back.
the same location.
You know, North Italia is opening. You know that?
Yeah, I did know
Yeah.
that.
So
Yeah,
what's going to be interesting? We're doing brunch on Saturday and Sunday now.
yeah.
So one of our items is shrimp and grits, and then she put the fried chicken salad up here in a mimosa, and we got a Bloody Mary. So, but they open at 10. We never had that. I don't know if anybody would come here at 10. Like
They
10's
might.
early.
Yeah, they might.
I mean, I just can't see a rush of people saying, I don't know. We're going to find. It's going to be really
Well,
interesting.
you'll find out soon. Maybe. That might be a new strategy for you guys. Thank you.
And then, Aiden, can you bring a
Thank
table talk mug with
So,
coffee?
Ron, we got something we need to talk about. What you got behind you there? Tell the fans.
Yeah. What about this, Brent? What about
Thank you.
this? You know, it's a helmet, which Brent. What did you? You need to always have a mic so you can talk. I mean, why did you get this? It was really nice.
Let's do a little here.
Yeah, here, why don't you
Hold it
help
up.
me out?
So, we'll
I
show
don't
the
see it
fans
here,
out
but it don't
there.
matter, right?
You'll see it in just a second. We got a little static there, Brent.
Got a little static.
All right, so I don't got you. So, all right, until Brent's on, look at this, guys. We've got a new table talk hat because Ron needs a helmet. I mean, I said a hat. I meant a helmet.
When I drive my cart around.
So Ron's going to take this to Vegas when he got your scooter.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get
And
scooter.
this is going to be what he's wearing for it. Table talk, Ron and Michael. It's an official
Yeah.
helmet right there. That's a nice gift.
Yeah, it is. Thank you.
That was his Valentine's Day gift.
And as you see,
It came a little late.
look what I did.
Yeah, but better late than never, like I told you. And that was worth the wait.
You know, what about like what I did today was I'm starting to get pictures. We'll put up at Red Rocks. So if you're a Table Talk guest, you get a coffee mug,
Yep.
and then eventually you'll get a picture
You get
to
your
say
picture.
that you were with us.
And we'll sign it. Me and Ron will sign it for you guys.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's just our thank you for being guests on the show.
We got 3 maybe over there. I saw Denny, I saw Charlie and Greg over. Greg ate lunch with us. And-
Three former guests of the show.
Did I tell you about Greg though today?
No, what happened?
So he's somebody, and I know when you buy a gift card, it goes through my phone. Like if you buy one online, right, it says $500 gift card. I'm like, well, that's a lot. I wonder who, Well, guess who got it? Greg. Well, I keep telling him at lunch to pull out his gift card. So if you're ever with Greg,
Yeah.
he's got this $500 gift card. Make sure
Oh.
you order well.
Yeah,
Because
I wish I
everything's
would have
gonna
known
go
that.
on there.
I wish I would have known that because
Yeah,
I would have
yeah, yeah.
loaded up on some food over there.
And he's going to be our. If you want to break the news, maybe, or you want me to break it?
Yeah, I wish there was like a news flash thing here.
Well, let's
that we
see.
could do.
Push a button. Just pretend.
All right, so let's just here. Let's do this.
We
one.
need.
No, that one.
Hey, Justin, we love you, man. We appreciate your help at the beginning, by the way.
Breaking news. You got that
Breaking
one?
news. There it is.
We're going to have to put a few more things
Yeah,
in
we
here.
need to.
Yeah, what's the
yeah.
other one do?
I got some noises I want to add to this thing.
What's the other one?
You want to run through them? So we've got. That's
Oh,
a good
that
one.
could be breaking news. Oh, we'll do that after.
That's for when you say something you shouldn't. And so is that.
Crickets. Oh yeah.
That one.
Well, we're getting ready. Brent has signed us a deal with the with potentially getting on CW TV on Saturday mornings or afternoons. So
We're coming live to TV. We're gonna be on TV soon. We won't be live, but
we're gonna have a show. So we will have sponsorships available. We'll have a deck coming out. So,
but we want to go ahead and give our shout out to our first official sponsor of us on television.
SRI.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna drop by.
He's our sponsor. He should.
Yeah. He's gonna be our first sponsor.
So episode,
We don't know
technically
what it's gonna be.
first episode on CW on Saturday mornings
At 10:30.
at 10:30,
Let-
tentatively.
Actually, 11:30. Move
Le-
it up an hour.
oh,
Oh,
see,
but every
even
time
better.
we were at 1, we
they
moved
want
to
us.
10:30.
They're moving us into a prime spot there.
Now it's 11:30. I don't know. I mean, one day it's going to be 2 o'clock. So,
It might be. As
But
long
it's-
as it's not like 3 a.m., we're good.
but we'll be. I'm trying, man. I got to get. Have you ever? I'm sure you're young. So I mean,
Yeah,
you get
I'm
my
19.
age. You do Botox. So I'm gonna have to get some Botox. get spray tan.
But didn't we talked about this, right? Like you should do Botox live on one of the shows one day.
Yeah, with Steve over there. Cammy loves Steve, by the way. We need to get him on the show.
Yeah.
But Cammy does it, and I know. But then, this girl, just say she's an esthetician that I kind of see every once in a while. She told me it was good. It was nice of her to say this. She goes, "Well, I think you need a tan, a hydrofacial, and Botox." I'm like, "Well, what else do I need?" I mean, what the hell?
She's like, "How long do you got?" I'll tell you.
right. I'm like,
no,
okay.
You know what? That would be good for our female audience out there to have someone on the show to talk about, Botox and getting work done.
I think Steve would be great, and what we can do is give him a free, like if you're listening and you, I know like Meredith listens to the show, and if you come up, you get a free. Maybe we give him free Botox. We'll get Steve to.
Do you think they'll let us try it? Like maybe we can inject someone with a Botox shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Yeah, what could go wrong is exactly right. But that's exciting about the TV, Brent. He did a good job with that.
Yeah, I can't.
I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean,
you're used to being on TV though.
They can record. Oh, I did Vendetta, and now just so you know, at Prime Video, I bought it the other night. Vendetta is a show. I was in the strip club scene with Bruce Willis.
This is our weekly segment of talking about Vendetta.
I know, but I'm just saying, TV is my. If you ever want to watch it, you can buy it right now. So.
Yeah, it's kind of a step back for you going back on TV. You're like the big screen guy, cinema.
Well, I'm hoping Trent calls me. He called me once about doing a scene in Cabo with somebody.
Oh.
I was going to be a lawyer.
Oh.
So now I'll be the lawyer with the crutch. I just crutch around it. Yeah. But hopefully I'll get another spot.
Your client's going to prison for sure if you're a lawyer.
The other thing I saw yesterday, I was watching Fox. What do you think about this? Like you have a big company or your company, and what if you don't know me well, and I'm Elon Musk, and I email all your employees, give me 5 things you did last week, or you're fired. What do you think about what they're doing there? Like, what's the, like, I don't understand that.
I mean, I understand it, but I don't think it's like that hard of a question to answer or question to lay out 5 things. Do you think it's difficult to do that?
Well, I'm trying to think, I'm thinking 5 things I did at Red Rocks last week, and I'm like, I'll be honest with you, I'd be annoyed as an employee, I think.
Yeah, I'm
but
sure they are.
I think they're trying to figure out if the workers are if they're really at work.
Yeah, I think at this stage of the game, you could just be like, couldn't you just put that in Chat GPT and be like, just list 5 things I did, just come up with something. And
I forgot about good old chat.
Yeah, you can
That's
just
what
do
I
that.
would do. Like what
yeah,
I
I'm
did
sure
last
a lot of
week.
people are doing that. Not that I would do that.
I went on Instagram. I went on.
Yeah, can you just list things you did?
I want to try to think 5 things I did last. I'm trying to think, really, wanted to do brunch, which we're starting out.
All right, so you help with the menu?
Yeah, we're also doing a sign out front, so that would be 2.
Okay.
So we're not only doing Sunday brunch and Saturday brunch now, but we're also going to have a sign out front that we had to get made.
Okay.
I think Table Talk being part of the Red Rocks.
Yeah, you did Table Talk.
You always have to get a performer, kind of a layout of what we're doing.
Right.
So that would be 3 things.
Yeah.
I think teaching people steps of service, and I don't know if you worked in the restaurant business.
No, never. Well, back in high school, I'd wash dishes.
Well,
for
it's
the
starting
summer.
to it's irritating me lately because if you want to make money, I told the server yesterday. Steps of service is first thing. Would you want an appetizer, a soup, salad, entree? Add something on the entree. Dessert, after dinner drink, whatever, right? And I said, look, the way I equate this situation is I was a spoiled little kid.
Yeah,
So I would go to my dad and go, hey, Dad, can I get $200? No, absolutely no. I gave it to you last week. You're not getting money, right? Okay. Then I went up to my mom. I said, Mom, can you give me $100? And she goes, just don't tell your dad, right? So my point is, if you don't ask, you can't get. Or get is a bad word. I don't know.
Receive?
Receive.
Yeah.
You can't receive the money unless you ask. So same
Right.
thing with so Kush was in here.
The worst thing you could say is no.
Kush was in here, and the server, and no big deal. I have great servers. They've been here a long time. Some are a little younger, but they're great people, and I like them all. I like every employee we have here. But I'm trying to train them. So they didn't ask Kush for an appetizer, and I said, hey, Kush, you want to start out with your usual calamari?
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, absolutely. Well, then he got an entree, and then I talked him into a cappuccino, right? And all of a sudden, here we go.
Yeah.
I'm $22 deep into my friend, right?
Wow. Good to know.
He paid for gas.
No wonder you want me to get the Wagyu every time.
Well, I get I get that Greg. Will you have a copy of his gift card? He thinks he has 500 left.
Yeah,
I've been using it for.
Yeah.
My point is, if you don't ask, you can't.
Receive.
So,
Yeah.
one thing you come in here, if you do, just as a secret shopper, or if you're listening online or on the show, let me know if you come in and they do it. And if they don't, I just want to know, not to yell at them, but I want to train them. Like, I'm not here to, I want to disparage people. I'm not like that guy. I'd rather just train them and say, hey, when I was working, this is how you're going to make more money.
Yeah. I mean, that's smart. That's a good tactic.
Right. So
there's a fine line too in restaurants. So I do have a gripe at some, never Red Rocks, but when you're on a date or something and the waiter just keeps coming over, interrupting the conversations, you're like, man, I can't finish this conversation. Or they just kind of linger, stand there.
Well, you got to read the room. They call that.
Yeah, that's right.
I read in the room is, I used to go up and say, the first thing is, the other thing is, now that we're talking about restaurants, my forte is for every minute is 4 minutes if you're going to a movie. So if you're going to the movie and you're going to a 6 o'clock show and it's 5 o'clock, you want to get out of here by 5:45, right?
Right.
So every second matters, like the food coming out and everything. So you're thinking differently than if you come in with your wife and you're having a talk and you don't really care about time. You just kind of have a date. And I tell people all the time, people are on date night. Like I used to go with Noah to that Mexican restaurant by North Lake. And literally, you'd sit down and you'd be out in 35 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's not what I really wanted. I wanted to talk to Noah about like stocks and stuff that other people did, but I get why they do it.
Right.
But I think it's important
Mexican
to read the room.
restaurants, you get out fast. I mean,
So what restaurants do you go to, do you think, the number one restaurant in Charlotte, it's going to be 2 hours.
Yeah.
What restaurant do you go to?
In Charlotte, I don't really. I mean, we went to Dean's recently. That was pretty good.
How long did that take?
That was about 2 hours. Yeah, 2.5.
And they suggested, did you drink flat water or sparkling water?
We drink flat water.
See, right away there, that's when you know you go to a good restaurant, when they say flat water or sparkling water.
Yeah. Yes,
and then
they
you
do
went
ask
through
that.
the whole dime. Did you eat Wagyu or not?
No, I did not. We got filet mignons. And, we did the whole dessert.
All right.
We did, like, the seafood, all the appetizers. I mean, they give us a whole spiel and everything. And that's the thing. It's like you're there on a date night. You kind of want to just take your time. And, luckily, they weren't bad. It's not one of those. But, like, some restaurants you go to, and it's just, like, every few seconds, the waiter's coming up way too much.
Well,
which it's not a bad problem, but it is if you're on a date night.
My table, we had a couple servers, and I had to tell them, like, they kind of want to listen to my conversations and then be my friend, like, kind of, not that they're not.
Yeah. Oh, you mean here?
Yeah, like
I thought you
everyone's,
meant restaurants. Too.
like, I'd say, hey, listen, I want you here, but you can go there. I mean, there's some conversations that are a little privy, too. Like, sometimes you want to talk.
Yeah. I mean, you go to some restaurants you go to so often, you become friendly with, like, I mean, as a someone who eats, not owns, you become friendly with the staff.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there's some places where it's like you're a little too friendly and you're like, all right, I'm just trying to get through this meal with my wife or my friends or whatever.
We know Aiden today, Mark Bodo, who does R&M, if you ever need him, he does, he comes to my house and he's a handyman. He's a great handyman. That's his, I think it's his, grandson?
Who?
The guy that waited on us.
Oh, is it?
But so I'm saying,
Yeah.
a lot of people you know.
Yeah. He's good.
Yeah, I mean, I had that. That fry cauliflower was so good, man.
Yeah, that's a new item, right?
Yeah, what do you
that.
like eating here?
I get the chicken wrap. It's called the Michael Ransom chicken wrap, believe it or not, and it's delicious. But I get it Buffalo. Got to get it Buffalo, and you get it
Fried
ranch.
or not?
Fried. No, I usually do grilled.
Grilled, okay.
Yeah.
What about, did you watch NASCAR this weekend?
I watched a little bit. I know there was some controversy there at the end.
Well, just cautions again. I don't know what they're doing with cautions. Like,
So do they like change the rules every week or something?
yeah, and I heard Denny on his podcast say it best that, or maybe his podcast, maybe just said to me, but the cautions are going out. They're throwing them when the guy's leading. And the problem is then you win the race, right?
Yeah.
But like when Denny's race, they didn't throw it out. But Denny feels like they should throw it because they don't want to kill the field. I guess what happens is they're going so fast that if you don't throw the caution, they're going to wreck other people and you can really have a problem. But I think they have to be consistent.
Yeah. You have to have a rule and stick by
Well,
it.
maybe not even don't have a white, green check or whatever it's called now anymore. Just like you don't finish until everybody stops wrecking.
Yeah.
Like what I'm saying is just keep going until maybe you have one, like you have one car left. I'm what do you, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if you want to wreck all out of the field, but you're the guy left.
Yeah, you win.
Jason White was great, man. Jason's a good buddy of mine, but he used to get in a race every once in a while. He goes, man, I finished sixth. And I'm like, you finished sixth, but, like, I think 20 cars wrecked. There's 33 in the field.
There was 5 left.
There's right? So
Nah, I mean, it was, where do they race this weekend?
Austin
Austin.
road course.
And then you got Vegas coming up soon, right?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, with that helmet. You got to take the helmet with
Are
you.
you coming?
I don't know yet. Probably not.
We need to do a podcast out there.
That would be cool.
Are we going to do Table Talk podcast for the Hoop Group? We'll talk about Hoop Group.
Yeah, we got, that's on Tuesday.
What do you want to do it there?
I mean, I would like to. I think we're doing it at 2311.
Yeah,
So-
I think we should do it. So we won't be 1 o'clock when you do that. It'll be a little later.
Yeah, it would be a special episode.
Yeah,
That would be our
great.
first one on location.
What's going on now? Kush, I'm sponsoring, and you are too. Table Talk, but what's going on with any trades? I know Nate made a trade. Is that the only trade I saw? or-
Yeah, it's really the only one. I think I think Denny is kind of sounds like he's leaning towards Chris Davis a little bit, maybe. So I think Charlie is, kind of decided he's going to be with Kush.
He
So
sent
now
out-
Kush is sending me trades, and now I'm wondering if it's him and Charlie working together. They might be outing you here, Ron. You might have to do something about that.
Well, I don't want Kush to be bullied around. They think
Yeah.
I really care. I mean, I care because I'm sponsoring, but Kush is a good guy, and I told him you either have to own the owner, like a captain. Like I said, Michael and Charlie are owners of their franchise, and they treat it like that. But Denny and Charlie and certain people will make you an employee real quick, and they'll kind of dictate your moves.
Yeah.
So I think if I was at Kush, because the problem with Kush is I love him to death, but he's got to realize he's a 6th rounder and he needs really good talent up front.
Yep.
Unless he like gets a 6 inches, you know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
he's got to grow a
Yeah,
little bit,
a little bit.
but he's a good guy. But he can't. He's got to have good.
You need the
people.
buy-in from your team. They got to feel like they're part of the journey with you and the experience. And if you just kind of run the show and you got to be a leader,
Well,
but
good-
you also got to have some guys that have you want to have buy-in on your team.
Now, what about we're sponsored shirts. Tell me about this. So, Kush already ordered the shirts, but so do you have, how do you order 2 large, 2 extra large, 1 small, and 1 XXL? Like, how does this, perfect timing. Look at these guys.
There's our sponsor.
Yeah, well, Greg was a captain. I want to ask him about this situation. Greg, I need your advice on something.
There's our sponsor right there.
So, Charlie, come on in for a second. But,
I think
he ordered.
you can't
Kush,
sit there because you
no,
might
you
be on
sit
the
over
back.
here, Greg. But Kush already ordered. Kush already ordered shirts for the team, right? And he ordered the sizes. But
Yeah.
how did you do it? Did you wait till the team was there, or how do you do it?
Yeah. You had to wait until after the draft before you order your swag.
Well,
Not-
Kush
not
already
always.
ordered a small.
Well, the
What-
small was
And
obvious.
I think I hopefully people agree that I had the best swag. Yeah. Stock Car Steelers had the best swag.
Okay, you always did, but I'm saying, when did you order the uniforms? So
After the draft.
right. So he already ordered. What do you?
Now, one of the problems
Oh,
with
yeah, it was
that, remember the
personalized.
shoes with your names on? One of the
Yeah.
problems with that, though, is when you trade someone, it's kind of, oh, crap.
yeah, it's catch-22.
So
It's
what
got
did,
their name on it with
now
Stock
this could
Car
help
Steelers.
some of the draft because Kush is the captain. What? So you ordered a small,
Well, that's for him.
2 large.
Yeah, I mean, most people are
Who's
can
the
fit
X?
in
And
anything.
the XXLs for me. Oh, shit.
Yeah,
XL,
so it was.
Jesus.
He did small and then 3 larges, 3 extra larges.
So you can kind of dictate what his
2.
team is going to be.
What size did he get?
Huh?
Well, there's no mediums, right? You're a medium,
I
right?
don't know.
What size
an
you?
XL.
He,
man,
He was
look at
ordering.
this guy.
He was ordering for Chris Davis.
Charlie, what size are you?
All right, Kush, you hear that?
Well, we'll make sure.
Well,
yeah.
he did get larges.
But
You're
what?
good.
How long does it take to get in? What's the?
I don't know. Usually, I think we ordered him for Kush was like 3 weeks.
Are you the co-captain, Ron? What exactly are you?
Where? He did them
Yeah.
at that Oweo place. The one that some people in BBL use. Brownie might have used it too.
I'm just. I'll be honest. I'm just a sponsor. I'm just trying
See
to.
your boy.
I mean, it seems like things like jersey size and stuff, you should let Kush worry about that. You got bigger fish to fry.
And Kush did.
Who's
Kush,
gonna be your
Kush
number one
did.
draft?
Kush did.
Okay.
And Imran's stepping in now. He's not happy with the sizes.
Who's gonna be your number one draft pick, Ron? Who you go? Who you?
Well, I think it all depends on Denny. I mean, Denny's kind of if he takes Charlie or if he takes Chris Davis.
So you'll take whatever one.
There he
guys
is.
pick.
Let's ask him.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, you got to watch the snakes in the water. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Is that the quote?
Well,
In the grass, I think.
in the grass.
Snakes in the water.
Oh yeah, my snakes are in a lot of waters and grass. But long story short, if Denny, it's a big deal.
I had just teed up for a good recall.
What do you think, Greg? What do you think he should take? What would you take if you were Denny? Would you take Charlie or would you take Davis?
Not because my friend's sitting right here next to me, but it'd be really hard for me to pass up Charlie in the draft. I think he's a proven winner. Now, Chris Davis is a machine, absolute machine.
I'd take Chris Davis.
Well, I think there's an ego part of it with Charlie, because I made a mistake when I was over, and I picked Austin Dillon instead of JP, the stupidest deal I ever did. And then Austin ran the team. We traded everybody, and then the next thing you know, we had Paul, like Nate. We had Paul and AD and 4 scrubs, including myself, and that don't
Don't
work.
sell yourself short, Ron.
Well, I had.
It's
weren't
not
a
like
scrub.
Ron to put the blame on somebody else.
No.
But I think AD just caught some
Straight out of the
strays right
Smitty
there.
playbook.
No, he did. He's a good guy, but he talked me into being the captain. I was.
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah, it
Davis
wasn't your
is
fault.
talking to, could be on the side. You don't know. Like you think Davis is quiet.
Chris Davis may be running the team, not Denny.
Yeah.
He might be calling him on his side.
Here,
Maybe
text
they're
me.
meeting for lunch.
Texting right now.
T.
Right. So don't think there's just snakes in the grass, in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's snakes everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
So back to this, Charlie. Who would you take? If it was Denny, would you take you or would you take Davis?
I'd take Davis.
Yeah, you already said that.
Wow.
I'm a gray-haired, non-shooting point guard.
All this basketball talk's fascinating, but can we see the helmet?
Oh yeah.
We showcased
Have
it
you
already.
not
You want to
showed
put it
it
on?
yet?
We did show it.
Oh, you
but
gotta
he
put it
hasn't put
on.
it on yet.
Got to put it on.
Yeah. We're in
Come on,
Vegas.
come on.
Denny came here just to see the
Yeah,
helmet.
come on, man. This is
I
important.
mean, I can't.
Get the hat off. There you go.
Yeah, you got this.
Oh shit.
There you go. Hold
Come on.
Camera 2.
Oh, no,
Camera
kid.
2.
Hold on.
My
Zoom. That, see,
So,
look at that. I mean,
this
that
is,
is
uh,
now.
Wow.
Tilt your head
Yes.
both ways. There you go.
There you go. Hold
Show
on.
the
Let's
camera
see if I can
both
get my
sides.
glasses when I'm
Speed
driving.
racer.
There he is, Stevie Janowski.
Yeah.
I mean, put you on a scooter.
I mean, I'm
if you
gonna
are.
put that in
All you need
scooter.
is the scooter now.
The
If you bring it on
scooter.
the back of your car, let's bring it in here.
It looks like Speed Racer.
Hopefully you can hear me. The scooter in Vegas is gonna. I'm gonna wear it.
Huh?
I'm gonna wear the scooter around the Resort World, and we're gonna see if we get one person. Well, I can't do that with. I'll give it to Denny. Just Denny. If one person says I listen to Table Talk, there should be a prize. Like we should give the guy a prize, right? If he-
Yeah. The helmet.
Well, we're gonna say what's the helmet, but
What's the prize?
The helmet.
no.
No, Brent.
Can't
I'll
give
do
away
that.
your helmet.
I'd give him an autographed Denny Hamlin shirt.
Will you play blackjack with the helmet on? You don't like when people
please.
talk to you.
You're gonna have to fly commercial out there, right?
Oh, he ain't going then.
Oh wait, that might be the first. No, we'll fly the team
Oh, Ron
plane.
said, I go, listen, I go, you going to Vegas? Ronnie goes, oh, no, I haven't been invited.
Oh,
I
yeah,
go,
is
you know, you
Jordan
can go by
going?
yourself. You don't.
I'm gonna be in Phoenix the whole week.
Oh, good.
You want to come out early?
There you go.
Well, we might go. We'll talk about that. We didn't talk about it yet, but last year we did do the team plane, me and Charlie.
Yeah, we can do that again.
But why don't you?
Charlie's
why don't?
staying
Hey,
as well.
Greg, maybe you can answer this. For
All
me.
right,
So
more.
to
Ron
keep
is a
Denny out of this
chaperone.
conversation. But why
Charlie's
doesn't the
staying
team
as well.
plane have internet?
Pardon me?
Why wouldn't a team plane have internet? What's going on with that?
Because it's really expensive.
even for one of those planes.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter what it's
Yeah, it's
But you have people that want to be productive on there. I saw Jordan Anderson; he was working.
I think you can sit it out for an hour and a half, 2
it
hours.
wasn't about me. It's I'm saying.
It's not about him. It's
I'm
never about
saying-
him.
Yeah, of course it's not about him. Yeah,
No,
that's
no,
about
no.
Ron.
He's worried about all
You know,
y'all.
why doesn't my free flight have internet?
I want to say this.
My friends need to work.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
gosh.
Oh, zoom in on this.
Come on.
Will you
gonna
play
get stuck.
blackjack with that on?
Yeah.
I think it's
I'm in. If you're playing
I think
blackjack
it's
with that,
perfect.
I'm sitting with you.
He doesn't like when people talk to him. Now you can't hear him.
No,
with the helmet
no.
on.
Put your headphones
now
back
that
on. There
we
you go.
have a podcast that's on TV, we'll talk about it. It'd be a good table talk. I'll do
What's
it.
Jay White's friend, the poker player?
Phil Helmet.
Yeah, you kind of look like Phil with the headphones and
Phil Helmet.
the
I don't know. I just threw Helmet in there
that's
again.
his alter ego, Phil Helmet.
I'm going to play blackjack with the helmet on, and it's going to. And if I win, at all, I just hit
keep it on if you're on.
Cherokee, then I'm going to give Brent a little cash
There you go.
for his because he might be a good luck charm.
It might be.
Now, if I lose, he may have to fly me commercial
I do
back.
believe Jeff Tomaszak's watching live.
Team photo there.
Yeah, he printed a bunch of pictures, and it was just there was only famous people in there though. Me and Charlie didn't make it.
You know what's funny?
I get a picture of everyone on my podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, guess
And I go,
what? We'll get a
yeah,
picture.
he's
We'll
got
get a
it.
picture.
He's on it.
Ron, we'll get a
No.
picture after this.
I mean, I think I was on.
You were. That was before
But
we
we
started
didn't
the
get.
pictures.
We started pictures. You get a table talk. Did you get your mug for being
Oh, yeah,
on?
I had it.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
you get your.
See?
You got a
you
table
already
talk.
lost.
That's
mug.
why you didn't get a picture.
I'll go get it. I'll get it. Don't worry.
I don't know. The odds of us staying for the duration of the podcast
Yeah, I got.
are probably as high as the odds Ron remembered to charge his glasses.
I,
0 to
charge.
none.
I really.
You charge us?
I put my Ray-Bans on.
Well, he's
I thought
got
they
the
were
ones
it.
that record.
They don't just load to your brain.
I got to record everything Charlie said today.
Oh, it's not on.
Man, oh man.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, Jeff Tomaszak just texted me. He's listening live right now.
Well, Jeff Tomaszak said he'd be up.
He's one of the two.
He said he'd be up, and I never seen him.
Your boy Spider said, "Shout out, boys."
He just wait-
Spider?
Spider.
Where's Spider at?
At Spider, are you going to be at the Vegas race?
Can
that
we call?
Ron's
Can we?
bringing his
Hey,
helmet?
hey,
Let's
ask
find
Spider
out.
if we can call him in. Can we call anybody in? Why don't we call Spider in? Would you answer Spider?
He might not be watching anymore.
Ask him. Text him. Ask him when he answers. We'll call him in. Because I noticed he's with. Think about Spider and Large. You know who we're talking about, right,
Oh,
Greg?
yeah, oh, yeah.
They're-
I'm hip, dude.
It's funny. They're always trying to kiss Denny's ass, but they don't. They always go to Chase Elliott.
Well, they should ask you how to do it because you're great at it.
No, what I'm saying is, I'm not sure who they really root for.
I got you.
Like, you used to be like that with Kyle Larson.
I mean, listen, you don't have to just root for one.
Well, I
a good
think,
quote.
I think you have to if you're going,
Oh, okay.
getting some benefits.
But no Wi-Fi.
Oh, I see. So the only reason why you root for Denny is because he gives you things.
No, he's our friend.
Oh, okay.
So when's Kyle Larson been to your house?
I mean, he's been to my house.
It's like 3 weeks
but
ago.
It doesn't matter. It's
You can tell the truth. Your SRI, you sell steel to all of them.
well,
Hendricks.
yes, that's true.
Now, what about-
they are all my customers?
Now, what about when they owe you money? Do you talk to them?
I cheer for them to win the race when they owe me money.
like a small team, right?
Oh yeah, go Rick Ware.
Well, hopefully, I'm sure he's paid you.
Rick
But-
Ware, he is awesome. He is. I tell you what, the whole new car, next gen, whole thing has run really well for my accounts receivables.
You know Rick Woodard, remember him? The
Who?
guy that was on Boston Reed's truck for 6 weeks? Rick Woodard.
Who?
Rick, that's why
Rick
you don't
Woodard.
know him.
You talk so low.
He had a truck team.
That's because you don't have
Oh, you don't have headphones.
yeah.
on.
Rick Possum, you said?
Rick
Rick Woodard.
Helmet.
Woodard was his
Woodard.
name.
Yeah, I remember that name.
And he always brought, go to the men's club, bring a couple girls. Great guy. Ate here a lot.
You can
but
say strippers. It's okay.
yeah, strippers.
Yeah.
And
the
he was
spot,
great.
Ron.
He bring
but-
him to the racetrack?
Oh, yeah, in the box. Yeah.
We need more of that.
No doubt. No doubt.
That's always uncomfortable for me walking around. Yeah.
So tell us,
It's
Greg.
uncomfortable
Greg,
walking around at pre-race when all the monster girls stare at me and my wife's there. It makes me feel uncomfortable.
That would. You're not a piece of meat.
I know.
hey, Greg.
Go ahead, sir. Yeah.
So I was talking to Michael earlier. Maybe Denny can listen to that show. What's it called again?
Love Island.
No.
Oh,
The
Love is
Pod?
Blind.
Love is Blind. So Lauren makes me watch a stupid show. So,
Shout out to Lauren.
but
Thanks for
I
watch
watched
stupid shows.
Love is Blind, and so basically, Charlie, can you tell us kind of because you got a better analysis of it because they were in Charlotte. Well, how's the show go? They're in a pod,
They're not in Charlotte right now, but they were.
I'm not the expert.
right? But they went to.
Apparently you are. You sound
I've
like
watched
you've
a few times. I've been.
quite a
So
few
what'd you
nights
think?
You've been watching reality love shows.
But
Tell us
pod-
what you thought.
Well, I think what I was going to ask you is, so you're in this podcast and you meet somebody. Eventually, you get engaged.
You're in a
to 'em,
pod.
You can ask them to marry you. Let's
Okay.
just go down the road. You go to the podcast. Eventually, you ask them to marry you. Would you want your daughter to bring somebody home? Would you want your daughter to bring somebody home from a reality show and say, "I'm going to marry this"?
I wouldn't want my daughter on the show. Period.
What do you, Greg? I mean,
Well, I said something earlier, like, you know, I've got a older daughter, and you know, your fear years ago, you know, a decade, 2 decades ago, was, you know, you just don't want to raise a daughter that ends up on the pole.
Right.
Well, now you don't want to raise a daughter that ends up on a reality show
Yeah.
or the pole.
so imagine, so these parents have to meet this guy or girl, and they bring him to the parents, and they go, "How did you meet?" And we met on.
Well, they know how
Love
they
is
met. I
Blind.
think they know how they met, but you're like, you're probably before, like, you
Or-
sure you want to go on the show? You sure?
But at the end, they can say no when they.
Let's just put it this way, Ron. You should get on a reality show. You should be on a dating
yeah,
show.
we're going to be on CW soon.
At this point,
That's a good segue.
I would take, you know, we could have a rose ceremony right here. Sure, bring a 4 or
it
5
would
of
be
them,
fantastic.
Oh,
if you were on
that's
a reality
The
show,
Bachelor.
dude.
and we'll bring in
We
my
could have a
mom.
bachelor for you.
But what? So okay. So you're saying you would be okay? What if the guy was nice? Would you let him
No.
marry your daughter or
think he
not?
said he
No
would
one
not be
said
okay.
no one said they'd be okay.
I
with
would
it.
definitely not be okay.
Yeah. There's your mug, by the way.
What about the father daughter dance? How was that this weekend? You've done that,
was
one,
fun.
Greg.
Yeah.
Where was that
fun.
at?
I was at Peninsula. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, you know, we only stayed for like an
Speaking
hour.
of
and a half.
reality shows, how's the father-daughter name?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that segue goes,
I
but
don't want my daughter on a pole. And,
yeah,
Hey, Michael, how was the father-daughter? I mean,
we got to work on your segues.
I had an uncomfortable situation out in Red Rocks, and
Yeah, you don't got to
that
talk
was
about it.
uncomfortable.
I thought it was fun. It's my friend Andy's daughter. She kept saying, "Do you want to marry me?" And I'm like, what is
to
this?
those in the audience, she was 5.
I'm like, "Fine." I said, "Call the police."
Y'all can't hear that, but we
I
just
mean,
beeped
the
him
fact
out.
that the creep over there thinks even that.
Yeah.
I'm just
the
look.
most-
I'm just trying to tell you a story that happened.
Okay.
I told the mother. I know the mother very well. It was kind of cute, but I was like,
Kids will be
Ah,
kids,
This is a
Ron.
play
Kids
for
will
the
be
mom.
kids.
I see what's happening now.
yeah, exactly.
Kids will be kids.
Yeah.
Oh,
What about how old's Luco now?
Luco's 7.
Is he a flirt at all with like?
Oh yeah, but he's got a girlfriend. He's,
Oh, he does?
Oh yeah.
How old's his girlfriend?
She's 6, I believe. Her name's Molly Taylor. Or Molly Hamlin. I mean. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, it's gonna happen. Don't worry.
Greg's really working that one.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. Yeah.
And what about?
That's called an arranged marriage. Ask
Absolutely
Kush. Kush knows all about it.
Yeah. I mean, that could be considered racist.
Wow. Poor Kush. No,
Wait,
what?
I thought he does that.
You were a sponsor of Kush's team. You got to lay off.
Yeah,
after
but I
that.
also have my own team.
Wait, how can you sponsor a team?
Yeah,
if you have
conflict
your
of
own
interest,
team?
right? That's what I said to him.
Well, we
I'm not financially
tea.
obligated.
we didn't want to get you. You know, there's a lot of snakes in the water.
Oh, here he goes with the snakes in the grass water.
In the
again.
Trying to
bathroom.
help the kid out. 0-for-6 as a captain, so I wouldn't listen to me. But
Well, we know that.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean,
I don't think
You
he
already
is. I don't think
blamed
he
Austin
is.
Dillon for going.
Oh, Austin Dillon was a brilliant. But I loved. Be honest with you, Austin always set me up for a layup underneath. He knew how to use me as a captain.
How many layups you make a game? You think?
Well, he'd put me down the post. I made one. I mean, I averaged 2 points a game, 3. I don't know. How many did you average, Greg?
Probably about that. I don't know. I mean, listen, I'm not the one talking about myself playing basketball, but
Let's go.
I played
You used to guard Coker, right?
and pick up a Coker and that damn Palante. Listen, so,
talking about?
I got to tell my fans out there that
he used
listen,
to be the champion
there's
of his
10
high school
guys.
golf team.
There's 10 guys on the
He was the
court.
president of his quad, by the way.
When you're playing on Saturday morning, you don't
Pittsburgh
know.
High School chess.
I was the worst player, and Greg.
Basketball.
There was a few of us that were always the worst players, but
Wow,
long
Greg, you
story
threw you in
short,
that.
6 rounders. There was a lot of times there was all 3 rounders there, and you had to pick up some of your 4 rounders. But so I would have to pick up a Coker, but they wouldn't obviously play as hard.
I cannot wait to have a cup of coffee in my Table Talk mug.
You're damn right. Tastes
Look
better.
at that. I cannot wait.
Tastes better than that.
One now.
Yeah, I got to go to work. This has
Okay,
been
have fun.
riveting and thrilling.
Do you want to leave the? Do you want to leave the
gotta leave-
sponsorship money
you gotta
check
leave-
now?
Yeah.
Did you guys make the announcement already?
You got to leave the mug here.
Yeah, Greg's going to be our 4-week sponsor.
Yeah, we did.
4 weeks, Greg. That's
No, it's
generous.
$100 a week. I'm in. Thank you, guys.
guys.
All right,
Yeah,
guys.
I'll see
See
you.
y'all.
Those guys, the dream team right there.
Yeah.
Denny, did you get something to eat?
Yeah, you bought me lunch.
Okay,
No,
no
Greg-
problem.
Greg
we need to use
did.
Greg. We got Greg's gift card.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, put everything on Greg's gift card.
$500.
What about that was kind of cool. Those guys dropping by and Hoop Group and all that. And, you know, my other topic today was I'm in a situation. I need some advice.
Yeah, here to help.
And you're a car guy. SoCal Marketing. You guys do all? What do you do for the car dealerships?
Yeah, we're about 90% automotive, so it's full service. We do anything from digital marketing, websites. We do graphic design, production. You name it, we probably do it. Full service.
We got 80,000 miles on my car, and Range Rover. I like it.
80,000.
Yeah, and it's got eight. It's got eight. So I like the whole thing about the car, but I could buy a new one and trade it in for a new one, but it's not the same car. So I don't know. I paid cash for my car, so I don't owe anything.
So are you
for it.
loyal to your brand? You a big?
Yeah, I like it. I like my car. I like how I get in and out right now. I get in and out of the car.
Okay.
Well, when do you think you trade it in? Is there, if you have warranties, what do you think?
I mean, how long have you had it?
It's 2018, but look at it out there. It looks like it's
I
2023.
think it's time to get a new one. Right about now.
Get
yeah,
one.
Yeah. It's time to upgrade.
Maybe.
I mean, I try to get one. I mean, you know, I've had mine now for 2.5 years, but I'll be looking like around the 3-year mark to move on.
So if you're 3 years, why wouldn't you lease it then? Like, what's the?
Probably could have. The market was just a little bit different back when I bought it.
Yeah.
The car market was a little crazy in 2021.
Yeah, it's a decision because I don't owe any money on my car, and then, you know, you can get a warranty. I get another warranty, so to 100,000 miles. So, I mean, I've had a lot of problems with the car, but I'll probably get a new one then.
So you're just gonna keep the same brand, same.
Yeah, I like
make,
the Range
model.
Rover style. I like everything about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
It suits you. It suits you.
right. You get in and out. It's
Yeah.
a good car. It's fast.
You got a specific color you like to keep? You like to
black.
keep it black?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to have black rims though.
Yeah. Black on black.
You know, they're doing now, if you don't know, with the sports betting, I don't know if it gets passed, but they're doing, you can tint your windows as black as you want now.
Yes. I heard about this. Chris Scott actually told me about it.
I said you can get a doctor's note to get your.
That's exactly right.
Do you know that, Brent? You can get a doctor's note to get your.
And he did it.
But I'm saying you get pulled over and then you show them the doctor's note or what?
You just say it's like for your vision. And you can go online and like do it somehow.
That's crazy. What about the basketball? Tar Heel's been playing better.
4-game win streak. March Madness is upon us, so they're clicking at the right time. They got 2 games left before they play Duke one last time, so 3 total left before the tournament, ACC tournament.
Houston looked good last night.
I think Houston, like if pre-brackets, right? We're not going to, obviously no brackets are out. Houston's my team. That's my squad. It's my pick. You heard it here first. Houston.
I mean, I don't know. I just don't. You know, it's all about refereeing and everything else. And if Cooper Flagg plays 40 minutes, and I don't know what he plays now. I don't know. Like, there's 40 minutes in a game. I don't know if he averages 30 minutes. So I think basketball teams go to a 6-man rotation or 7. But if he's on the court 40 minutes, I don't think there's anybody that's going to beat Duke. But if he, I just think that kid's that good. But
I mean, he is that good. But March, anything can happen.
But
God forbid he gets in foul trouble early or something like that.
The 3-point line is fixed a lot. You know, like, why is Carolina played Florida State last night?
Why is Carolina not good? Is that what you're going to ask?
No, they're not. I'm just saying. But they have some good players, dude.
They have good players, but they have too many of the same position good players. You know, they've got like 4 or 5 guards and no big men.
Okay, I'll give you a scary team that you wouldn't know, and I don't think, Brent, a lot of people out there wouldn't know, but the number 3 and 4 picks are coming out of the NBA draft. What team do you think it's on?
St. John's.
Nope. Rutgers. Ace Bailey.
Oh,
and
that's right.
Dylan Harper.
Yeah, that's
So
what I meant.
now they're both healthy now. I'm just saying that I'm not sure. I'm trying to figure this out because they lost again the other night. They both played, but do you think a team like that could sneak? They're 14-14. They've been Dylan Harper.
No, they're out. They're 14-14.
Well, they're going to go to the tournament. They
Oh
might,
yeah, I mean if they win their conference tournament, but Carolina's like 17-11. They're on the bubble. They're like first 4 out.
Right. I'm just saying that, but because you look at the NBA draft, you see Cooper's number 1.
Yep. Ace Bailey's 2 typically.
and Dylan Harper's like 3.
Yeah.
And who's 4? I think Carolina got one guy. He's up there.
Yeah, no, not anymore.
No, I'm saying for betting purposes too. I think you have to look at teams that have really good players.
Yes.
Like, so you would, the average fan may know. Like it was funny. Casmer texted me a parlay last night. He had, this is what he does. So crazy. He had Florida State plus 11.5, minus 375. They won by 11. He won that. Then he had Michigan. Then he had Houston, and then he had Colorado plus 13.5. Like
Hit it.
minus 3. Yeah, he hit it 4-1.
The thing about college basketball, especially in March, is you can really rely on teams with a good guard play. So I mean, point guard, shooting guard. I mean, it's not like typically going to run through a big man in March Madness, but I mean, you think about like the best run, Steph Curry, all these guys. You got a good guard or two, but it's changed a little bit. You got these young, or not young, but athletic, long, like 3-4 players, small forward, power forward who can shoot. It's kind of changed the game a little bit, but typically, through March, you're going to rely on a good guard.
I'm going to get Chopper to set up a thing I used to do. It's Calcutta. So you pick a team, and you buy them at whatever money you think it is. So say it's Florida, and you say, I'll take $100 on Florida, right? And then you go to Houston, you say, I'll put $800 on Houston, right? And all that money goes in the pot, right?
Yeah.
If your team wins first, second, or third, you get a pot. But I used to do that. There was a place on South Boulevard, almost a funny story. I was sick. I went down there. I got there at 10 o'clock. I guess they advertised back in the day, this Calcutta, right? Mm-hmm. I'm walking in, and the FBI, it's not, and they used to all eat at Red Rocks, these FBI.
Oh, they did?
Swear to God.
They were working.
They busted the thing. I just walked in, and every agent, I forget his agent, Schaefer, I think, or whatever it was, because you can leave. You weren't a part of this. I'm like, I would have been, but I was late. But I guess it's illegal. But I want to do that this year. I want to do
You think it's still illegal now?
I don't know, but do it for Monopoly money. But
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think if
Oh,
you, so your number one team, if you knew, what is
Well,
the?
look, I'm going against the odds here because I mean, obviously,
What are
odds
you
would be
talking about?
like-
Houston's foreign country.
Yeah, but I mean, I think odds are going to heavily be on like an SEC team, Auburn,
Auburn's good.
who's Duke, even though they're not SEC, ACC. So like, I think there will be, there's going to be heavy favorites. Obviously, Houston, yes, they're top 5 team. That's just my
Brent,
personal.
can we look that up? Who are the favorites to win the NCAA championship?
Yeah, let me take a look.
I would say that right now. I think I got it too. Hold on. I would say.
All right. So, no. Houston's the third, plus 800. Auburn's plus 325. Duke's
Right.
plus 375.
Right.
So I like Houston. I mean, it's
Wait,
I
say
guess
Auburn's number one.
Auburn's, yeah, and
And
plus
they have
325.
room. They have room. I like this game, and they got some shooters.
Yeah.
And then
So it's
number
not,
two
it's, not,
is
it's
who?
by no means a long shot.
What's 2?
Duke plus 375.
Okay, and what's
Houston plus 800.
and then what's the next one?
Florida plus 900. Alabama plus 1200. Tennessee plus 1500.
Who's the highest scored team in the country?
That I don't.
Alabama.
Alabama's. You know what's crazy though? Kentucky's plus. They're like the 7th or 8th.
They've
and they're
been
plus
hurt.
4,000, and they're like 17th or 18th in the country.
Well, here we go again. That might be good for the bettors out there to take them and then lay off at the end. Like wonder because they've been hurt. They have 2 guys who've been out.
What about Kansas though? They're plus 6,600.
They've been playing horrible, dude. They are.
Yeah,
they
but
are,
yeah, it's a whole new season once you get to the tournament.
right.
It's just like that's just a matter of matchups.
Right. That Dixon. He's
Yeah.
he's a good guy in the middle, but plus you got the coach. So, but we got to have the betting. We'll do a segment of our betting odds, and we'll figure out predict it each
And
week.
Carolina's plus 50,000.
I'm going to call. We got to try. Scott, you're probably not listening. Scott Burrell, coach, played against Duke when Christian Laettner hit the shot. Long story short, that guy we need to get on. He'd be good to talk about
Yeah, March Madness.
March Madness. He's he would be a good guy. But we need to get some people on here. Maybe Henderson that have played. Did Gerald play with Duke? Did he play in it? He probably did, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Did he win it?
No, yeah, he did. I think so because they won it in 2010. So,
Yeah. Gerald played for the Hornets, and he sat courtside next to Michael. Great guy.
I think
He always
was on
invites me to
that.
his golf tournament. He doesn't realize I'm on a crutch right now, but hopefully next year I'll be playing golf again.
No, he wasn't on that team. I think he had just left. Yeah, so this was the year after he left. But his boys were John Shire, Kyle Singler, Nolan Smith. They beat Butler in that championship game where Gordon Hayward almost hit the
Oh, wow. I remember that
half-court
game.
shot.
That was
Yeah,
a good game.
That was.
I don't know. We'll see what happens here. I think injuries matter. Like Texas Tech was missing 2 guys last night, so that affects the whole flow. Like Ace Bailey and the other guy, I think they were there all year. They won 20 games. Like most people don't. Like Brent, I bet you doesn't know anything about Ace Bailey or Dylan Harper.
Zero.
Right.
They're good.
Yeah, they're good. He probably knows about motocross, though. Probably.
Little bit more than
Hey,
basketball.
why don't we
right now.
get, I saw something maybe on your Instagram, or maybe you told me, Mike Williams. Why can't we get Mike Williams on the show?
We need to. I'll see if I can make that happen.
Let's get Mike. I'm a Steeler fan, and I think he's a free agent now. But did you pick Mike in fantasy? I always picked him in fantasy.
No, he always gets hurt. But I mean,
But in San Diego, he was a beast, dude.
he's a local guy. He played at Clemson.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
Does he
Yeah,
live
no,
here?
he's South Carolina guy
Yeah.
for sure. Still
Yep.
got family there, and
Yeah,
all
he
that,
played at
for sure.
Clemson. He was a boss at Clemson. He was
I
good.
thought he'd be better with Steelers. Schemes are so important in that. So, but yeah, it'd be great to have him on the show.
He was a big play guy for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
he had some great catches.
Yep.
I think when we get on the TV side, that's when we'll bring out the heat.
Big hitters.
Well, I mean, even Greg and Charlie are big hitters, but we'll bring some more big hitters. I love my helmet.
That's a nice helmet.
Yeah.
Put it back
And we
up
got to
there.
give props to Off Access Paint.
Oh, okay.
They,
All right,
they
Off
let
Access
me
Paint?
Off Access Paint. Yeah, they painted Christopher Bell, who won this past weekend, and then
How do they do it? They paint it on there?
yeah. So well, actually, I did. They had me sand that down and put everything on there, and then we put clear coat over it. And
Nice. This was legit.
but yeah, Greg over there really helps us do a lot of fun little stuff, and that was a little thing we come up with.
Shout out to all Off Axis Paint.
Off Access Paint.
Yeah,
Appreciate
sponsor.
it.
Oh, by the way, we forgot to eat the lobster ravioli that U.S. Food Service gave us. That's expensive.
But we did give them a shout out. They did sponsor us.
Yeah, but U.S. Food Service, thank you again for sponsoring us.
Yeah, that was big time.
Because we're going to need some sponsors for our TV side. So if you're listening, and Brent's going to be in charge of the deck for all that, but that's going to be exciting. And you can always record it if we get the show and we do it right.
Yeah, bigger budgets, bigger shows.
That's
Bigger
right.
budget, bigger shows.
We're moving into a. Are we in a townhome yet, or where are we? Apartment?
And
No,
the
we're
last-
not, we're not in an
The
apartment.
last subject I have
Condo.
is, I'm meeting the owners of the Charlotte Hornets on Thursday. And, after we just lost by 50 and 50. Like, what do you...
50 and 40.
And we have courtside seats. Like, what do you do? Like,
Well,
do
they need to come on Table Talk.
Yeah, I'll ask them.
They've got some explaining to do.
You know
Yeah.
what? I need some business cards with us. Design something. I'll get them made at quick
All right.
copy.
All right.
But
so you
design
want
something.
Table
so-
Talk?
Yeah, I'll give it to them and say, hey, if you ever want to get on Table Talk, let me know. I will. I'll tell them for sure.
Yeah.
I guess, but there's like 50 owners. I don't know how many owners the Hornets are. Do you know?
Well, there's two main ones, right? I mean, then there's they have 10 to 12 minority owners, maybe more, but there's two main guys.
Right. I would like to talk to them.
Yeah.
We Tepper never came on yet.
No, not yet. But
Taylor Swift, I
he will
thought
be.
she Instagrammed me, but it might have been
She
a
did.
fake account.
She says she couldn't make Tuesdays, but
What about that? Is Travis going to retire?
probably not. Why would
Nah,
he?
why would he? Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
he's not going anywhere.
Right, I agree with that.
Yeah, so make sure the Hornets guys know that we just want ask them some questions. We'll
I
do some
think
softballs.
I'm going. I guess I guess there's only a few people. We're going to the. Do you know where the owner suite is?
No.
I guess when you walk up on the courtside side where you check in, it's right there.
Okay.
There's a suite right there.
Oh,
Have you
really?
seen anything behind those curtains where there used to be curtains?
No, because they've changed it up so much.
Yeah,
they've
so-
rearranged everything.
It's going to be exciting to see the. I mean, it's always good to learn. We were going to put Red Rocks in there inside the arena.
Yeah, they try to sell us on that too.
What? Doing what?
Like a sponsorship inside the arena.
Too much, right? How much?
Whoa, crazy.
$500,000?
It depends on what you wanted. in your placement. I mean, you could buy like rugs that lead to the back, like the locker room for like $70,000 or something.
Only idea I have, and people don't listen to me sometimes, but I'm smarter than the average cat or bear, whatever you want to call it.
Bear?
Well, the average bear. You ever heard that?
No.
I'm smarter than the average bear.
Average snake.
But I'm saying I'm smart. Have you ever heard that, Brent?
I have.
I'm smarter than the average
Yeah.
bear. He's younger than us, maybe. But I think that on your seats, so you can't write off the Hornet tickets unless you take an employee, technically. So if I take you or an employee, I get to write them off. But if I don't, you technically can't write them off. No, I'm sure people do.
And We've got a user submitted question from none other than Mason Rudolph.
What do you ask?
Mason wants to know. He said, "Give the people an update on your love life. The people want it. Give the people what they want, Ron," as he says.
Wow. Well, the love life is kind of
Great question, Mason. Here we go.
But first we'll get back to the seat thing.
Yeah,
'cause
the Hornets don't really matter.
I think if you look on Monday
Right now.
night, we might have somebody in a seat. That would be a good way to test it. The love life has been a little difficult since my leg injury. I haven't been going out as much, but it's always rising. But Mason, if you want to, maybe send you and Drake have a pool party at my house or something. Maybe we can do some interviews there. I can.
Yeah, so Mason, you might have missed it earlier. We're going to do an episode of Ron, the Bachelor, and he's going to hand out. What do you want to hand out? Not roses.
Well, we might hand out like
Table Talk mugs.
Yeah, table talk mugs.
Yeah, and so
and maybe at the end, if you get something in the table talk mug, that's who I picked,
yes,
or they picked me.
right. So what's the update right now? So nothing really, no update.
No, I mean, I kind of like sometimes you got to keep stuff private. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, no, not when the fans are asking.
I know, but I think we need to have Michael. Maybe you and your wife can drink some of my bourbon or whatever. What does she like to drink?
Wine. Yeah, like
We'll give her some
white
wine.
Yeah,
She can make bread for our pool party because she likes that bread is so good.
yeah.
So we'll have a little pool party. We'll have a little interviewing process
I
there.
like that. Yeah.
Play some. What do you call that? Flip cup or what's
Flip
it called?
cup, beer pong, all of it.
Yeah.
Both.
Get them nice and
Lovey-dovey.
Yeah. So
So where do we find these contestants? These beautiful.
we'd like to ask Mason
future brides.
if he's going to get on the show. Where he's going to go next year? The Steelers need a quarterback. Why not come back?
I don't know. I feel like this is deflection, Ron.
It kind of is, but I think we kind of got to deflect from that. I mean,
The fans want to know.
I might be on Love Is Blind.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
We could do that. We could put
You
somebody
know
behind
what?
the screen.
I think we do like a hybrid of Bachelor, Love Is Blind,
Why don't we get Charlie on there, Nate, Alex Presley?
and he also actually did want to. He wants to ask, who's your favorite friend, Denny or Charlie?
Oh gosh. Oh, it's Michael.
Bingo. That's the
Michael
correct
does
answer.
a podcast. Comes every Tuesday.
What's this
I mean,
one?
obviously, who texts me every day? Charlie and Denny, and we have some good conversations. And I mean, I'll never forget. And Greg, there's a lot of things, but when I go to Vegas, Denny and Charlie are very helpful to make sure I get around and have fun. And if you come to Vegas this year, I'm going to wear
You're going to witness this helmet right here.
at the blackjack table. So Mason, when's the race? Why don't you come out there with us?
Hold on, Alex Presley wants you to know that for having a bad leg, you're actually running around the question. let me get the where's the
Hey, Alex, why don't we get you and Charlie on here and ask you the same question, Mason? It could be a little
oh,
tricky.
not that one. That was for you, Alex.
I mean, things are so bad. I'm watching Love Is Blind. I mean, come on, man. It's
Yeah.
bad when you're sitting home watching Love Is Blind.
It's not bad. I've done that.
You have?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I would like to have Alex at the pool party, Charlie at the pool party, Mason at the pool party, you at the pool party,
Okay.
and then
We can be the judges.
and you can be the judges. And
like
but they can bring. I mean, we'd like to have
They
them
can-
on.
Everyone can. All of us can bring one girl as a contestant for you.
Right.
We'll all submit a girl. That sounds bad, but like submit a contestant
Right.
who is also in search of love.
Right.
Yeah, and then we have like some games, prizes, which you're the grand prize, obviously, and I think that's probably how we have to do it.
I think, everything you're saying. But what about if I had like? What if I have? What if we just don't want to talk about what I got going on? I mean, there's some stuff that. I've had some people that really helped me out lately, and I think that's when you know when you have somebody.
Yeah, because Mason even took you to a Hornets game. He chaperoned you, kept you safe and sound.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
that's his comment.
He did a good job. We went out and the funniest thing about going to clubs now is how old I really feel. I mean, God, I feel a little older, but
yeah,
I got some.
That happens.
I appreciate, Alex. Now Alex said, here's another one. He could come over to my house, ride the bike with me, and do all. I haven't seen the guy at my house one time. He told me that 3 weeks ago. He goes, "Don't worry, I'll come over.
Yeah,
I'll ride the what do you call it? The bike, and you ride the bike, and I'll be all right." I haven't seen the guy. Now Mason, he'll push me.
Yeah,
Mason pushes me. Denny pushes me. Charlie pushes me. Greg pushes me.
Yeah.
You push me.
Alex, no show.
No, and him and Kush too.
No shows.
Oh, I'll come over to the house. Don't worry, I'll ride the bike. You need to get on that pedal. Okay, come on over. Anytime anybody wants to come to my house, they're welcome.
Right.
And if you want me to do an activity, I'm not a zoo animal though, but I'm not like your favorite little zoo animal. Like, hey,
you're not your average bear.
Yeah, I don't want to go. Hey, can you do this, do that, do that? That's not your job. I want you to be my friend. Why don't you stop over because you're my friend?
Yeah, I agree with that.
But like Mason, he's a great guy, and he's one of my good friends, and we need to go. Why don't we? I really want to do this, Brent. I really want to. Maybe we take a road trip in a car if we have to. Why don't we go to Nashville and do a show up there?
Let's go. I got friends in Nashville.
Oh, can we drive? Put the podcast. Would anybody mind that? It's 6 hours.
That's easy. Yeah, a couple of GoPros and
Yeah. I'll
run it.
probably catch a flight, but I'll meet you there.
Oh, well, maybe we'll catch a flight. I tell you what. I'll ask Mike. You might want to. Mike Tuttle. He might want to come to Nashville.
Yeah.
And we'll use his.
There you go.
I wouldn't. I'm sure he wouldn't go. I did that one time with him before. I'm sure he wouldn't go. We could probably get Denny. We'll fly with Denny. Let's do the show up there.
They got a race there, like probably in the summer, right?
So hot. But wait, we get to do a show before that. We need to bring Alex and Kush up there. Let's
Kush
do it.
still and them have the limo still?
Yeah.
I think that broke down, didn't it?
I don't know if I want to drive up in that.
Yeah.
And how far is Nashville? You wouldn't take a road trip?
Well, if you get a new car, I'll ride with you.
Okay.
I'll drive.
Yeah, I think it's 4.5 hours.
That's not bad.
roughly.
We could do
And
that.
we all stay at Mason's house.
We could do, well,
The problem
You
last
need to
time
ask him.
I can say this. Last time I went to Mason's house, him and a couple friends there, we were watching something, but 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock. What do you think you should have if you went to a friend's house between 8 and 10 o'clock? Just give me one item.
what, AM, PM?
PM, 8 to 10. You come over to the house. What item do you think you should have?
Alcohol?
Food.
Oh, yeah.
There was no food. So then these guys go, we shouldn't it's not good for you to eat anyhow. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? It's fucking 8 to 10 o'clock.
Don't they know you own a restaurant?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You're the food guy. All right, Ron. I think we're wrapping it up, right? Did we cover everything today?
I think we covered enough, and we got the helmet I'm so excited about.
Oh, gosh. Instagram of Kush has also joined, so...
And Kush, we were banging that.
We were just signing off.
Kush is making trades to everybody but me. Don't even tell me about it.
Well, I think Charlie's pulling the strings over there already.
Yeah. But we still got to go, and they can come next week. We're always here.
Yeah. You know where to find
Tuesday.
us.
Well, next week we'll be at the Hoop Group draft.
Yeah, we will be reporting live. It's going to be some big trades, possibly, big announcements. A lot of good interviews. Should be some good stuff there next week.
I don't know how we're going to do that. Brent, we got to have a plan for that. I don't know. We have to go down there, set up, and then.
Yeah, we got to, even on how Denny said, after guys get picked to
Yeah.
their team, we'll pull them over, do a quick little interview with them.
I won't be able to do too much of that because I'll be drafting.
Yeah, I know. I'll be.
You got it. Yeah.
I think we can commentate, and then we kind of rotate people through as
Yeah.
they get picked.
Yeah.
I'd get Frank to come over, probably, or somebody like that. You know, help out. Frank would probably do that.
That'll be fun. That'll be a good one.
So maybe
so-
Mason come down. Maybe
so what-
Mason could co-host with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Come
watch on
down, Mason.
Instagram. We'll have some updates of what time that's going to be.
Yeah.
and
Hoop Group
all that.
draft next Tuesday. So stay tuned.
And just remember that we're going to go on TV CW soon, and we're looking for sponsors.
11:30 a.m. every Saturday.
And it'd be like
Table talk coming to TV near you.
You maybe a little more. I don't know what the deck is going to be yet, but you'll be able to do your own Instagram about yourself and your company. It's kind of how we're going to do it at first. So
You get 3 minutes.
you get a minute. I thought you were giving 3 now.
No. I'm in a minute.
yeah. 3 minutes. Jeez. We get Alex to talk about his TikTok stuff on there for a minute. Well, listen, guys, I appreciate you tuning in. And
Ladies and gentlemen,
miss everybody out there.
we'll see you at the Hoop Group draft next week.
Yeah, next week.
A lot of big things coming. And we'll see you on TV pretty soon.
Yep.
Goodbye. See you later. Hasta la vista.